All right, team. Call on this one will be for you. This is going to be game 4. So you guys are up 2-1 in the series. If you would have won this one, you would have won the whole thing. I just kind of arbitrarily picked one for all you guys. I did a different game for all 3 of you guys. And yeah, so just picking game 4. Picked you for this one. Let's look at ball chasings to start. So yeah, you guys lost this one 2-1. Scoreboard doesn't really matter too much. It doesn't always tell the whole story. That's fine. Let's look at boost. Boost per minute's all fine. Seconds with you are pink in this case. Okay. Your lowest boost per minute. I will say, so this is the third one I've already done, Abe and Bryce's. In both the other last 2 games, your seconds with 0 boost was through the roof, dude. Everybody else was at like 20 and you're at like 50. You gotta get better at it. And the thing about YouTube, this just isn't the case for this game, but the other 2 games, you had the highest seconds with 0 boost and the highest seconds with 100 boost. Means you're just burning through your boost, dude. Like you are good at staying with, you get 100 boost and then you just burn through all of it at one time. Like boost management, dude. That's the one resource of Rocket League. You gotta manage it well. Seconds 0 to 25, so yours is pretty high. I would have bet money on that. Seemed like you're just boost starved most of these games. But this one actually seems like you're okay. You didn't use much while you're supersonic, so that's good. The small pads number, dude. This has got to get a lot higher as well. Man, there's just a lot of small pads. Normally 80 is like the highest by far. 95, that might be the highest amount of small pads I've ever seen in one game. Oh, did this go to overtime? I don't know if I can see that from here, but maybe it went to overtime. Maybe that's why. But this number should get a lot better, and just I bet you're wasting it. So we'll look at that. So there, let's look at movement. Yeah, 64 is fine. Anywhere from like 65 to 70, low 70s is good. Yeah, all this is fine in D&D. Yeah, everything looks normal. Let's go to the replay now. So if I remember this game properly, yeah, this one did go to overtime. That's why there's so many total small pads collected. You guys had 2 shots at the very end that you guys should have scored to win the whole series. So that's a heartbreaker. It's gonna be tough to watch those. This is fine. Oh, yeah, okay. You made the right decision. You don't trust yourself jumping off the backboard. This is the right decision here, because odds are he's going to hit this to backboard. The reason it's so good to be on backboard is you can cover all of this space from the backboard. All you have to do is you jump from right here. You want to jump pointing up, because then it'll feel just like an aerial at that point. You just jump pointing up. The aerial, like, why are we turning? You got to jump while you're pointing up, dude, and you would get that ball all day. That can't happen. I know you want to hit GC. A GC would never do that. I'm okay with that touch. It's decent. I like that you went for a demo. You didn't fully commit to it. This is all good. You maybe could turn on that sooner. No, whatever. This was there. This is all not too bad. You got a pad there. You got to grab more pads than that. You're rotating out. You can't do anything. Your job is you're on card cam. You could maybe fake a demo on that guy, like drive at him and then just turn away because you don't have the boost to commit to it. But you should stay on card cam, grab pad, and then maybe even go to that one or rotate all the way out here. You can maybe then like start heading to this mid boost and being on card cam as you're driving over to it to know if you have to turn in. But what you do is you get that pad. You should have grabbed 3 of those pads in a row. And now you're not turning and grabbing any of these pads. The one that you're trying to grab is gone. You're shadowing with 12 boosts, bro. You're just in no man's land. Gotta get more pads than that so you can do more stuff. I don't know. I'd love for you. You're in this situation. I'd love for you to pause this video right now and think about how many different options you have here. This is the dream. I mean, not perfect the dream because you're going to be coming at a weird angle and that person might dunk you, but you have the ball bouncing in front of you and you're angling toward the net with a full tank of boost. This is where if you could execute everything perfectly, say you have perfect, if you could hit a triple musty every time, what would you do? And I don't know if you just aren't thinking about what you would do if you had perfect mechanics, or if you just mis-executed, because this is the worst thing you can do is hit a roller straight to them. What I think the best thing you could do is hit the ball right after it bounces and pop it up in the air, like a little chip shot. And I think maybe you were trying to do that and you just hit a little too soon, because there's a very fine line between either of those things happening. So be honest with yourself here. I don't know what you were trying to do, but if you were trying to catch it, maybe catching it could even be okay. I think popping it up is usually better, but catching and going for flick could be okay too. Just got to make sure you don't do that. You tried to cut it around him. When you're trying to go for power slide cuts like this, the idea is there. You got to come out. You come out a little wider. You tap power slide, and then you let go right before you hit the ball. Because you should be going straight speed. You shouldn't be hitting the ball as you're like cutting across. That's not going to cut it very hard, because while you're holding power slide, your direction is like the direction your car is moving is not changing, just the direction your car's facing. And then once you release power slide, you kind of sling in that direction. You're like drifting in Mario Kart. So when you hit the ball as you're still holding power slide, you're still hitting it in the same direction because your car's moving in the same direction. Like, see how your burst of speed comes? Like, if you look at your trail, your burst of speed came here, which is after you hit the ball. To swing wider, power slide sooner when you're going for power slide cuts. I know you didn't have a whole lot of time there. You maybe also could have... Going for a beat out here is a little bit risky. I would maybe just try to take a 50, like a direct dead-on 50, and just kill it. And hope for a follow-up. I don't know if you would have had follow-up. This is fine. Okay, I won't spend too much time nitpicking every little thing you do. Or maybe I will, but I'll try to go fast. That's tough. I like your position here, though. You're like ready for rapids to try to boom that. You would have been there for it. And man, Abe should have just scored that. That's fine. No. You do not do this. So here's the big picture. Here's the macro. This is a common pattern, right? We make our offensive attack. We don't get it. It's good try, whatever. Now all three of them are pushing up and attacking, and we are rotating back. The worst thing that could happen, the scariest thing for us, is that the ball completely stops. The ball completely stops. They are all going this way towards the ball if it were to stop, and we are all running away from the ball. Very, very scary, very, very bad. That is the worst thing that can happen. And look what you end up doing. The ball's still at least going forward, but you slow it down. You pass it to them, and you center it to them. Look where the ball was going. Look where the ball is going. It's going to our corner. That's our safe zone. We like when the ball's in our own corner. That is good for us. But look where you put the ball. Oh my gosh, what am I? I didn't even know I could do that. You put the ball middle. This is not our safe zone. So, pattern recognition. Every time we're getting back like that, I know you want to shadow, and I know in your mind you're like, I need to challenge early so they can't get possession and do anything crazy. You have someone behind you. So just rotate back. Just grab pads and play defense kind of from here. Like shadow from here. Rather than attacking early. You made the wrong decision and it resulted in a goal. And I can sense the smile on your face right now, Colin. You can't judge whether it was a good decision just based on the result one time. It was the wrong decision. We're just lucky that Bryce beat him there and Abe was there to follow up. Dude. The way to do this kickoff is so easy. When you're here, you just drive at this pad, and right when you get to the pad, you just diagonal flip. And then you'll land right here, and then you jump and flip into the ball again. And you'll get to the ball faster than you did. And you'll probably have like 12 extra boosts after landing that you can get to the mid boost with. You can learn that. You have Champ 3 mechanics and everything else. You can learn how to do that kickoff in 5 minutes. Go to free play. Just keep resetting free play until you spawn in those 2 back ones. And just keep doing that. And you'll learn it in 5 minutes. Literally in 5 minutes. Enough to do it in a game. You just gotta take the time to do that, dude. And I know right now you're probably thinking like, well, it worked out just fine. But what the? Okay, that's weird that the ball's like in your car. Let's watch it again. Look how you make contact with it. You make contact with the hood of your car. This person's making contact with the nose of your car. There is a very, very, very high chance when you hit the ball like this. If this person flipped left, they just messed up. If they flipped right, that ball is shooting off of this sidewall and going into the net or towards the net. That is the worst type of kickoff you can have, which is very, very likely that can happen based on the way you do your kickoffs. And the worst part about it is because you're hitting the ball second, you have no control. They have all the control. They can just next time speed flip faster and cut it around you. They could just hit it more to the side. They can react to how you are doing your kickoff because they're getting there first. So you're just putting it in their hands that they're just going to be bad and not use their brains and think about how to beat you. This is game 4. By now, they should have communicated, this guy doesn't know how to do kickoffs. We should speed flip and beat him every time. You got to just learn how to kick off, dude. Nice. Good job getting pads. This is very good. And there go the pads. All these pads you just got. Look where you're boosting. Look where you're boosting. And now you're boosting in the right direction. You just started boosting in the right direction now. If you just turn here and then boost, just a little power slide and then boost, you'll save so much boost. You probably don't even need to be boosting this whole time anyway. I guarantee you're going to slow down here in 2 seconds. You've slowed down a lot. You're basically going no speed and have no boost now because you just boosted immediately for no reason. This ball's here. You go into card cam. They're not going to catch up to it. The ball's going supersonic. You just come right next to the ball and you want to meet this ball right here, right as it meets that corner. Now you just drive into it with the ball. You're up on the wall. And you should have full possession here to fly, do a triple musty, whatever you want. But instead, because you just boost immediately and you don't meet it at the corner and know how to like take it up because you don't practice this in free play. Now you just pass it to him and get beat. No. You cannot afford to flip into this ball. You have to try to get this touch without jumping. You have to try to get a roller and then into a 50. When you give it away like that, they could have just put it on net. I know this is tough because you don't fully know what's happening. Bryce is kind of faking you, actually. Dude is really rotating front post right now. But I think you just go. You're in the right position. You just go now. Bryce is turned away now. I guess you did once you recognized that he turned away. But also you want to avoid slamming on your brakes. So even if Bryce did go here, and so you don't go, what you do, I've told all of you guys this now, is you turn around because he's gonna go and now you're gonna cover net from like over here. Because if you did that, if you did a little circle right now and then this person made this touch, you'd be right here and it's easy peasy. You're saving that all day. Instead, now you are here. I feel like you have. This is why everybody keeps bullying you to work on your mechanics, because I think you're falling into your patterns and you're not pushing yourself to be more creative. You're limiting yourself in your ability to outplay people and your ability to in just your options every time you touch the ball, because you don't practice your mechanics, so you don't even try to go for him in game. You have 100 boost right now. You have this guy beat. Again, pause the video and ask yourself what you could do with this. If you had the ability to triple musty every time, what would you do with this? Would you do this? Probably not. This is what you would do if you don't have the mechanics to triple musty or do anything. You're just gonna hit the ball and flip into it immediately. I know you probably want to take a good 50, but you gotta, like, I don't know, slow it down. Actually try to take the 50 rather than just assuming where they're gonna be. Or actually, the other thing you can do here, when you're first person, boom, you are now first person. Both teammates are behind you. They're going to be assuming the magic triangle. You're first person in the corner. You take the boost. Don't even go for the ball. Don't even go for the ball. You just swing through. This person is going to get faked. They're going to flip into it, and it'll go right to Abe. I don't know if you could hear that, but I'm getting theme messages. You're just a little close here. I want to know at what point you got too close. I think here. You just need to get some more space. So once you're here, just turn back. And grab. You don't need to even grab this boost, but you probably just could, because this is just the spacing that you'd want to be in right now. And then you wouldn't be double committing. And then it's just a mechanics thing, my guy. You jump way too early. You want to make sure you get the read before you jump. And honestly, you kind of do have the read. You're going at the ball. You just, if you fast aerial here, you hit it. You might need to like adjust. Okay, here's where air roll would work. If I'm doing this, I'm fast aerialing, and then I'm probably going to have to do a tornado spin in order to hit this, because I'm going to have to go here to here. Actually, it would be more of a Cookseer twist, which you could just do a normal air roll. You're going to just push normal air roll and push down right, and you would turn upside down and hit it. But because you don't push yourself to learn air roll, maybe you didn't. Okay, maybe I'm down you. Maybe your brain is just so ginormous. You wanted to fake jump that and then go for a 50, maybe. But I think you can just get that and beat that person to the ball if you push yourself. I don't know if I like that you are this close to this play. You turn back. You see the Abe's way back. When you're the shooter, when you're second, you just gotta sit here. You're overextending right now. It's gonna sit here, wait what's gonna happen. You're like kind of zigzagging. Abe could have been there and passed it to you off the backboard here. But instead you kind of cut in front of Abe because you're just sitting under the ball right here. Good. I like that you're rotating out. Oh my gosh, Abe should have been there to save that. Where are you going, mister? Abe has this. He's in the air, he's boosting. Just let him go, my guy. That's a speedy beat. You probably could have been ready for it more, though. You see this? You're trying to up the wall, baby. You see that they just boomed it right to your third? Oh yeah, you're sitting up here, baby. I mean, this pass in particular wouldn't have come to you because it just the way it went. And then once that pass didn't go to me, then I'd be like, okay, bye. And I would leave. Because you get that touch, but I mean, that person easily still could have hit it. They just kind of missed. Like, you maybe made it more difficult for them, but they probably could have. And even if you didn't touch it, Bryce here would have probably been able to get a 50. But that's good. I like that play a lot. The boost, just try to demo. Yep, grab the boost, and you're out of there. Very good. You're very good at that kind of stuff. This is also very good. You turned your car properly to land on the wall. I like that a lot. Now they're all boost starved. You have done. Ooh, no, you go for mid booster. You want to bump your teammate because they are all boost starved. You want to further that boost starvation because anytime you took their boost there in the corner and you took it across and it went over all their heads, they're going to be slow. And you just saw Bryce get their other corner boost. Or I don't think you took their corner boost. Maybe they grabbed that other corner boost, but they just are going to be boost starved anytime you go across and your team still has possession. So now you can go take that middle boost. Abe is going to be turning in. If he turns in, he's going to be turning into you. So you got to not run into him. I guess that was also okay. Just a little scary that you might have. Nice. Good read on that. You're rotating back post. Very good. You're rotating back post quickly after the play. You're making your move and getting out. I like that. Boom. You're here for this. You don't have to insta double jump. So the other problem with this is not only did you not properly fast aerial. I mean, if you would have fast aerialed from way back here jumping this soon, you would be flying over the ball, which is probably why you stopped doing it, because you jumped too early. And probably the reason you jumped too early is because you don't fast aerial. But if you could have just single jumped and saved your flip. This ball's like at crossbar height. If the ball's at crossbar height and you're not racing anyone to the ball, you save your flip. And you would be able to hit that with way more power, and it would be way more dangerous. Nice. I'm okay with that touch. You maybe could have tried to do something more creative, but it still was a decent pass. I'm going to criticize the way you rotate it. Does this look like back post to you? That don't look like back post to me. This would look like back post to me. Or even here would look like back post to me. This don't look like back post to me. And now you're in the net. Where you going, bro? What are you looking at? What are you covering, my guy? Where are you going? And now you have to like turn. This is super awkward. Where if you would have just been here, this is free. That's the difference between back post and not back post. And now you almost get dunked, where you would have beat that guy every day of the week. I just, right before this, I was doing Abe's. Abe never does that little circle back where you did, so you can get information on the field. He does not do that. That was his biggest problem, so it's cool to see the difference in how you guys play. Colin, when are you gonna fast aerial? I like don't even want to do any more video reviews, because all that needs to happen is that you just fast aerial. You would have way more speed hitting this ball. Now you can't do anything because you're jumping from like a standstill. You have to use so much boost to just go straight up, where you'd be flying at this ball with so much more speed if you're fast aerialing, and you could actually do something. Yeah, you can't fake yourself. You see that he's there. You're already going. You can't see him. Rule of thumb, he probably can see you. In fact, he can see you. You can't see him. You're going to end up faking him now, unless he called you off of it. But also, you have the better angle because he has to dodge the bump. So you should just take that all day. And you got to work on this too. Once you're here, you're left flipping here, which is pushing your car this way. You need to put yourself in a position where you jump up and you can hit it this way into the corner, because that's where you want to hit it. But you probably should get scored on right now because you didn't hit it hard enough. That guy's getting out. If he would have just still been there, they would have had a shot on net. That's good. I like that. I like that too. You take the mid boost. Very good. Like, your rotation is good. Usually best one on the team. Does this look like back post to you? This doesn't look like back post to me. Oh my gosh, imagine if we were here. Imagine if we were here. Easy. I like that you're giving yourself distance. This is good. You probably could have got that corner boost, but you didn't need it. That's okay. Yep, it's over you, and now you're the passing option. Very good. Probably the best way to take this, though, instead of hitting with the butt of your car, maybe you're trying to, but boost out of the way and then hit it with the side of your car and chip into it that way. Just to make it a lot more consistent. This is all fine and dandy. That's the goal I was talking about in the beginning. That we should have scored. And we would have won the game, won the whole series. You gotta take a better touch than this. You can't jump with forward momentum heading into the corner. It just won't work. It's the same thing as just driving forward. So now you're just awkward, and now you flip into it this way. What you have to do is time it better. You're okay. Let's go back in further on that. You're here. You see that this is happening. You go, and you get into a shadow defense position. Like in twos, you'd be playing shadow defense here. And you'd be following, you'd be following, you'd be following, you'd be following. And then you'd meet it here, and you can take a 50 now. Or maybe even still beat him, but you're there too fast. And so even if you get there too fast, like you are, the other thing you just have to do, especially once you see that hit, is you have to just slam on your brakes right now and then jump out from the wall. So that way you can just wait and then front flip at the right time to hit it back into the corner to make sure it stays in the corner. We can't afford to do this. That's so scary. We're too far pushed up now. I guess it's like fine because, yeah, Bryce has that all day. So I guess there was no threat, so it's fine. You are just following this whole thing a little too close, but I actually don't know if you're following it too close because Bryce was going to try to take a 50, so that's okay. I want to look at your boost management. You didn't power slide that whole time. You wasted so much boost circling around. Bro, your aerials, my guy. You jump, you single jump, you wait, you use your second jump at the right time. You would maybe like to use your second jump now to slow you down. You're flying at this, and you're hitting it nice and controlled, where you can hit the bottom of the ball, hit into the backboard. You're going to land on the backboard. You can jump off and hit it again. But instead, you look diamond. Other times you look diamond because you don't trust your mechanics. Insta side flipping off the sidewall. This is a diamond thing to do. Watch Grand Champ. No one does this except unless they're like flipping into the ball directly from the sidewall. What anyone else does here is they jump, they angle their car a little bit, and then they flip. And maybe you still have to pre-flip sometimes to hit a ball that's this far away, but they don't insta flip. They jump and boost this way and then flip towards it. That's fine. That would have been tough for you to react to. Oh, good. Again, this is another one of the situations. You aren't thinking about how you're hitting this. You're just like, ooh, I can hit the ball hard. I don't have mechanics to do anything else. They're all waiting for you to hit this hard. You can see that they turn back. And just let that bounce off the wall. Abe would have been there, you could have just driven down and done something better. But now you just give them the ball. Which I know it's overtime, you're about to win the series. So maybe that's why, but still, we just gotta do better. You gotta turn on that sooner. So you don't want to turn it yet, because you can't tell if Abe's going for it, but now he's not going for it. Now you go for it. And you don't go for it until now. I know there's a panic time, but we have to panic correctly. This ball is no chance you're saving it. It's either going bar down and in, or it's hitting backboard and then you react afterwards. The ball's already been hit. You aren't doing anything right now. You can't have that be your panic response. Because there's a world in which that hits the crossbar and goes down and out, and then you're there for that. That's what you're covering. But when jumping like this, you're not covering anything, and you're also not getting boost or anything. Now this is a good pre-jump because you're putting yourself between the ball and the net. Colin, if you fast aerial or save your flip and position yourself better, and this one, just save your flip. You're not racing anybody to the ball. You want to pass this. But you double jump, and now you have to fly straight up. You would not have to fly straight up if you jumped, lean back, fast aerial. You'd be pointing at the ball right now if you fast aerialed. And now you can't get enough power. I mean, you can hit it that way, but you had no opportunity to hit it directly to your team. That was almost crazy, but the play should not have gone like that. The play should have gone that you send this ball this way, and Bryce waits on the wall, and he can do something with it. It should not have gone the way that it did. We also probably should have scored that. That's heartbreaking. You also would have gotten to this with boost if you fast aerialed. But you had to slam on your brakes and lose all your speed to go up for that. I'm fine with that. You just wanted to make sure you didn't put it middle. It's okay. You didn't fast aerial. Double jumping, I was going to tell you that it's a double jump on this challenge as well, but this time you maybe had to try to get height literally as fast as possible. The pogo recovery calculated? Good thing you didn't get demoed. You should have been covering the wall here. Actually, I don't know if that's true. I think Abe should have challenged sooner, because by the time Abe challenges, that person could have like caught it and cut it across middle. You have someone behind you, my guy. You also should be communicating this. Your job's to shadow. They're waiting for that person to commit and then go. Because even if you just kept shadowing and you're just driving towards the net here, even if Narcos beats Bryce, if you were driving to the net the whole time and if Narcos put it on net, you're covering that. What are you doing? Did we lose the game here? You see Abe is going. He's going. Let him go. I don't know how you double commit and then it still goes through you guys, but so the main things, fast aerial. You have to fast aerial. Kickoffs. You have to get a better kickoff. These are just mechanics you should be doing by now. If you want to hit GC, you have to do those things. And knowing you're probably going to get a smirk on your face thinking that you can hit GC without doing it. But why? Why just play worse and try to hit the rank when you could literally just play better? So those mechanics, you have to get better. Off the backboard, you have to get better. Like the very first goal of this game, you just gave up because you didn't trust yourself jumping off the backboard because you don't trust your like air roll. You have to be doing rings courses and obstacle courses in the workshop, bro. You played like 500 games last season. Just play less games and do more workshop trainings. You will be so much better. Kickoffs you can learn in 5 minutes. And then, yeah, it's literally just mostly your mechanics holding you back because you don't have the options. You're just booming the ball because you don't mechanically have the option to do anything else differently. And your fast aerials are just making you not able to do as much with the ball because you're not fast aerialing. And a few times where you didn't notice that your teammates were going, you double committed. And rotating back post, bro. You rotated just in the middle of the goal like 4 times. You just do those things, it'll be way better. Yeah, you do a good job of giving space. You play back well when you play third. So that's good. Because, yeah, your positioning in those scenarios are what's carrying you to how far you've gotten. But you could easily be so much better, Colin. I know you can. You just have to put in the time and the practice to train those mechanics and train the aerial car control. If you want to be better, that's what it's going to take. But other than that, good stuff. Tough loss, but playoffs, here we come. Let's go.